Hey, second grade. I hope that it's going great with graphing, and I hope that you guys are getting the hang of it. I'm sure you are because it's super easy and you guys are super smart. So, on lesson 3 and 4, they're kind of the same thing as 1 and 2, but they added a little bit of different things on it, so I wanted to talk to you about it. So, we're still drawing and labeling our graphs. And I made a graph right now. And I went ahead and I titled it. Remember, we need to have a title of what our graph is going to be about. And it's going to be about pets. So I'm just pretending that I asked you guys what kind of pets you would like to have at home. And you had to choose from cat, dog, or bird. And so I'm just making up numbers right now, okay? And so I just wanted to show you guys the last graph that I made for you. I had the shapes on the side and we were graphing sideways, right? But I told you that with time, you will be able to see many types of different kinds of graphs. So this one, for example, has the numbers on the side, kind of like your personal data folders. Very similar to that where the numbers are on the side. This is super standard. What does that mean? That this is usually the way graphs are. The numbers are usually on the side, and on the bottom you'll have the different objects or different things that you are graphing. So the last time that I did a video, I wanted to show you a different one just so that you get to see what they look like and kind of open your mind that sometimes graphs will be that way, but also to make you understand, I made this one that sometimes they're going to be like this, okay? So, easy. If we are graphing this, right, you guys have seen now in your notebooks that you don't have to color in the square. Maybe you decide to do a circle, and that means that you filled in that box. That one person wanted a cat as a pet at home, okay? But right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you how many. So there's up to line number 3. So 3 of my students wanted a cat, okay? And this circle means that one person wanted that cat, okay? I'm gonna keep going. So let's see, a lot of people like dogs, so I'm gonna say that 5 people wanted dogs and 2 people wanted birds, okay? So there's my graph. And sometimes you'll see people just putting an X in each square. Sometimes they'll look scribbled, like this. Or sometimes you see an X or a check mark inside the box, which is fine. But I'm gonna stick to these dots right now. Okay, so easy peasy. Very easy. So last time we were doing a lot of subtraction also with our graphs. And for lesson 3 and 4, I've seen that they use the word combined. And if you think of the word combine, when you combine things, you're putting them together, okay? When we combine, we put them together. And when we say all together, you should all know that it means add, okay? If they're asking you to combine, how many cats and dogs combined are there? Cats and dogs combined, we're adding them. Well, we would have 3 plus 5, 8. We would have 8 dogs and cats combined. Okay, so remember I told you these couple of lessons you're learning a lot of new vocabulary. We learned that how many more has to do with subtraction. We know that and, when we're putting and together, that means adding. Combine, now we know means all together, and it also means add. Okay, so remember that you can even write it at the top of your notebook so that you always remember that when you see that word combined, it means to add. Okay, in lesson 4, you're going to have combined and how many more and fewer, all of the words all mixed together. So you're going to have to really think, am I adding or subtracting in these questions? Okay. Last part that I want to touch on is this word scale. Okay. Right now, we're not seeing it very much, but I will tell you in the next couple of lessons, I think we see it a lot more. And a scale means usually a bar graph will tell you like this dot. It will have, it will say legend or scale or something like that. And it will tell you each dot stands for one student's vote. And that's telling you exactly where this is coming from, okay? Or where this scribble is coming from, or where this X or where this check mark is coming from. So you have to make sure that you're reading the legend or the scale to know, well, is this one vote? Did one kid raise his hand for this vote, or did two? Because sometimes when you get older, like in 4th, 5th, middle school, high school, your graphs are going to get way more complicated. Okay, you're going to be having numbers up to 100 that you have to graph, and you will need to, for example, count by fives. 5, 10, 15. 15 kids voted for a cat. Or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 kids voted for a dog. Or here, 5 kids voted for a bird. Or 5, 10 if we weren't half scribbled, but if there was just one dot there. Let me see. Here, and this had changed to each dot stands for 5 students' votes, then it would count. This one would count for 5 students. This one would count for 5 students, so 5 plus 5 equals 10. Okay? We're not getting to that yet, but I want you to know that another word that's coming up is the word scale or legend. Okay? So, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. Bye. Adios, amigos.